All right, we're going to show you how to do the counter tip on the Dejavoo Z9. This works similarly on the Z8 and the Z11. However, there are potential differences, so check out their specific QRGs. The reason this is important is with the new EMV cards, those are the chip cards that you've heard so much about. Whenever you run the transaction as EMV and then later adjust the tip, it actually loses its EMV protection. The EMV protection is only for a transaction that's run at the time an EMV card is in the terminal. So in order to do this, you'd have to print out a counter tip, and we're going to go ahead and print out a counter tip. There's a couple ways to do this. One, you can either save it as a favorites, or you'll hit the green OK button. You'll click on Applications, Credit Debit EBT, and then you'll see this Tips and Tabs. You'll select that, and then you'll see the pre-sale ticket. I'm going to go ahead and select that. You'll enter the amount. Now this will be the base amount of the ticket. In this case, we're going to do $25. Now we have this set in training mode, so there's a little thing that's saying that it's in training mode, and then it gives you this little prompt saying that this is a pre-sale ticket. It's not an actual charge. Now see here, we've got the pre-sale ticket. It's got the base amount, and then it gives an option for the tip amount. Notice there's no signature line on this. You would then take this slip to the customer. The customer would fill it out. You would then bring it back and you would run the entire amount all over again. So you'd run credit debit, you'd enter amount, $25. So you'd still enter that base amount again, and now whatever they wrote in for their tip amount, so let's say in this case it was $3. Now it would request the insert of the EMV. It'll process, and it runs as a transaction. No tip adjustment required because the tip is entered right then and there. In the Z9, you've got the ability to sign on the screen. And that's how you run a counter tip on the Z9. All right, we just showed you how to do the counter tip. Now we talked about setting a favorite. So the way to set the favorite is we're going to go back to that counter tip function, green enter button, applications, credit debit EBT, tips and tabs, and then pre-sale ticket. Back out of that. But when you're in this tips and tabs, you're going to hit this on the bottom left hand of your keyboard. You're going to select it, and it's going to ask, do you want to add a favorite to this item? You're going to select the yes, and it'll automatically put it in your favorites menu. Now I'm going to back all the way out, and you'll select your favorites menu, and there it is, credit debit retail tip. Now you see the favorites organized here. The favorites can change if you add other items to your favorites or ask us here at HMS to edit your favorites and then do a download. Potentially these could change, so do pay attention to what you're selecting. But then if I click that, it jumps right into that menu, and then I go my pre-sale a whole lot faster and a whole lot less buttons.